Hey, what's up, everybody? Brian from BG 90 Day. So we're coming at you from the home gym. Little bit different type of video today. This is a good one. I think a lot of people kind of go through this if you've kind of been working out for a while and maybe built up certain lifts. Certain muscles may not be at where the other muscles are at. Okay. So this seems to be the case with the person I'm making this for. They have a really good bench press, so they're like pecs and delts, I'm sure, are tremendously strong. But the vertical push is really giving them issues. So we know that's most likely coming from some type of muscular imbalance and most assuredly some issues with like shoulder mobility. Okay. So like, for example, if you're pushing here and you can see my ears, you can't get your shoulder back there. Okay, we got some mobility issues. All right, so we're gonna go over some drills where we can kind of work on that, build some tension in the upper back, work on retracting our scapula, kind of opening up our pecs a little bit, and then maybe doing like some low level like strength movements for like those supporting muscles. So a little bit different type of stuff here. All right, so the first thing we want to do is we're going to give you a few things with a PVC pipe. Okay, very common tool. If you don't have one, you can get a 6-footer for like $5. Okay, so very affordable piece of equipment. They have them at most gyms. I got one here in the home gym. So let's start out just doing some super basic shoulder flossing. All right, so all we're going to do is try to lock our elbows out. I'm going to make like the OK sign here on the bar. And I'm just trying to focus on keeping the bar fairly straight, controlling the movement, and seeing, can I go back side of the waist? Okay. Now, when you start out, you might not be able to. You might hold it like really wide, where like you're barely clearing your head, and like, oh, that's all I can do. Okay, that's fine. Just do that. And then maybe you can get a little bit further. Okay, and then maybe you can get it going all the way to the back side of your torso eventually. Okay, now if you have been doing that maybe for a month or so and you want to make it a little bit more challenging, focus on maybe just creeping your hands in an inch maybe. Okay, so I got my index finger and my thumb on the bar, and I'm just trying to control it, and I can really feel my shoulder blades in those muscles in the top of the back are getting a ton of blood flow right now. That's probably your issue, is these shoulders don't move well going back because they're so strong going this way. So they're so strong going this way, but they don't know how to loosen coming back here. Okay, we can't get back here. That's what we're trying to do with that simple drill. Okay, so this is kind of like the cousin to that one. Let's let the thing move now a little bit. So I'm just trying to get behind the head. I'm trying to let my low back move a little bit. Because sometimes if we have like issues with the shoulders and we try to go vertical push, what ends up happening? We get a sore low back. So let's just let that move a little bit. I normally tell people, try to get like 6 big circles, let the hips move, try to get that thing vertical, horizontal, vertical, and then try to make it disappear behind your head, all without bending the elbows. Okay, so let's say we do a round or two of that. Great. Now, let's see if we can do this one. We'll ramp it up a little bit. I call them back stretchers. Okay, so let's give you the profile view. So I got the thing like above the back side of my head. Okay, if most people, you can get it to like a high bar squat position. Can you pull it down below your shoulder blades? Okay, and then can you push it up above your head? Now, what happens when most people try to come down, they'll do something like this. They'll push their pelvis forward, okay, and they'll kind of like lean back. So they're kind of like, yep, I can do it. I'm doing great. We're not really doing it though. We want to kind of squeeze the glutes like you would on a vertical push and just try to pull your elbows down. Scrape your back. Scrape your back. Okay, I'm trying to control my hips. I'm trying not to let myself do that. Okay, now, okay, that's getting easy for me. All right, so let's go from here, move it in like an inch. All right, now you're gonna see that's gonna be a pretty good challenge to get it all the way down. Okay, also if you have like a mirror, try to keep that thing straight. A lot of times what happens is you're gonna see a little bit of this in like the movement pattern. It's probably not gonna be that pronounced, but I know I can catch myself, so I know I'm not the only one. Okay, so let's say you can get some back scratchers. That's not killing you. You're not getting any sharp, searing pain. Okay, great. Let's see if we can make it just a little bit harder. Very similar motion. We're just going to go different position. And we can just stick with the PVC here. So now, we'll give you the profile view. Let's push the hips back like you're about to do a snatch. Okay, so you're going to push the hips back, put it on your back. Okay, I'm going to try to get like my torso is almost parallel to the ground. Okay, and now from here, see if you can push that thing out. This is pretty hard. Push it out. Your back is going to light up. Okay, yeah, then this is a PVC. This is not even like a 4-pound bar. Back scratcher, push out. Okay, so you're gonna feel a lot of muscles in your back really, like I said, lighten up right there. Okay, so that is a nice little sequence with the PVC that we can get to. Okay, now let's say maybe some of those, they just don't agree with you. Maybe you don't have a PVC, or like, okay, I'll try to get one next week. Whatever, Home Depot is really far away from me. I don't have time. I have these bands though. Everyone's got these things, right? Okay, so let's go overhand grip. Let's wrap it again. So I'm just re-gripping it. I'm shortening the band. That's all I'm doing. Okay, so now from here, let's lock those elbows out. Okay, let's squeeze the glutes and just think sternum out, squeeze, squeeze. I'm just trying to get my shoulder blades to retract. Okay, shoulder blades to retract. Squeeze. Very controlled movement. I'm just trying to build tension in those ignored muscles. Okay, even a very medium band here. And just doing that little bit of work, I can really feel those muscles between my shoulder blades working. That's the name of the game. The problem with your shoulder mobility is probably coming from back there somewhere. Normally it's those muscles in your mid-back, okay? That's normally part of the issue. Okay, so now, if you have access to kettlebells, you do not need to do anything heavy here, okay? Let's go, couple different things we can do here. We're going to turn this thing upside down. We're going to support it at a 90-degree angle. Okay. We'll try some marching steps, and then we'll try a couple presses. Okay. This is not super heavy. This is only like 8 kilo. It's one of the lighter bells that I have. Like the lighter, the better. Okay. So like if you want to do just like if you have like a 10-pounder or something, that's fine. Okay. Well, let's go right here. Okay, so 90 degree. I'm just going to hold it in this position. Okay, and now just try to move your body. Can you stabilize it there? Okay, do you feel it wobbling in your hand and arm at all? Okay, but I actually feel it back around my shoulder blade. Yeah, sure, I feel it in my delt, sure. Okay, but I got a little bit of residual around that shoulder blade, scapular area. Okay, so let me try some. I'll give you a, okay, so point my elbow out. Okay, grip normally on your weak hand might be a little less. Okay, so you might notice it's a little bit more challenging. Totally normal. Okay, so I'm just getting some nice big marching steps here under control. Trying to maintain my height. And just going after those muscles that are supporting the shoulder girdle. Okay. All right. So let's say you're comfortable with that. You're like, okay, I was able to do that. I didn't feel like I was going to break my wrist or anything crazy. Okay, great. Let's see if we can try some vertical pushes with that upside down kettlebell. Okay, and I'm going to try to cover up my gear. So we're going to take like the weight sometimes. Yeah, sure. If you put 135 on the straight bar, you might not have good technique. Okay, let's take that factor out of it. If it's too heavy, yeah, it's not going to work. Okay, you're going to compensate. That's what our bodies do. Okay, so let's use a light weight, and we'll go just one arm at a time. I'm going to bring it down here. So like, this would be like the half rack position, right? If I was doing like kettlebell vertical push. Okay, so let's stay with this position. I got it upside down. Okay, and now can I go all the way up and all the way down? Nice and slow, under control, without this thing flopping and hit myself in the head. Okay, and I would maybe start out just doing like maybe 6 aside. Just focus on controlling that little bit of weight. 8 kilo, it's like 18 pounds, man. Okay, it's not about the weight. It's about, we don't want any chinks in the armor. Okay, because when we do put 135 on the bar, and we're trying to rep that, okay, if you got any weak links, you're going to find them pretty quick. And we don't like injuries. At least not me, I'm pretty old. Okay, so I'll do one more here. Okay. All right, and now last thing I would do here is, let's just turn this thing around. Sorry about that. We're going to use, we'll do a door frame stretch. Okay, so we'll get this bar out of the way. So you can do this, any gym is going to have a squat rack. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of put I'm sure you've probably done this one before. Think like, I want to get like my forearms on the squat rack here, and I'm just going to try to split stance and just kind of push forward. Okay, I'm just going to pulse that, and after I get maybe 10 or 12, I'll switch the foot. So you can see like my body's kind of making this W position with hands and arms. And then we'll do one back on the band after this. So let's say I stretch these out a little bit. And then what do? Let's get on the band. So we'll go back to the band here. And I would go supinated grip. So my palms are up now. Okay. And I'm just going to see if I can get to that position. Okay, so profile. Okay, now something that your body's going to want to do is this. Just like in our other stuff. Okay, we don't want to see my hips coming forward. That's not great. Okay, let's stay on top of it. And try to squeeze the glutes if you need to. And it's a very short movement, but even this medium band can build a ton of tension. Okay, we'll go profile view here. Okay, so I'm just kind of choking this thing a little bit, pulling it out. Pulling it out. Pulling it out. Okay, so those are some things that I would do to kind of help mobilize the shoulders capsule and then kind of targeting those muscles around the scapula, just getting them turned on, okay? Getting those things burning a little bit so that when we need them to support those big muscles that we got, they're gonna perform for you. Along with just being able to hit certain positions. If you can't hit the position because you just can't get your arms back, it's going to be tough. Putting more weight on, less weight on. I don't know how efficient that's going to be for you. So hopefully you found this beneficial. Any questions, get me on those socials at BG90Day on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all the stuff. And I will get this on the website at BG90DayFitnessPlans.com. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you found this beneficial. Questions, you know where to find me. I'll see you guys in the next video.